Mondays are usually slow. When I work Uber Eats and Grubhub in my market. Sorry for the glare. Just the way it is, guys. And because of PostMates, it kept me busy for the, I guess, 2 hours, 20 minutes that I drove around. I should have figured that out. I will. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing okay. That was very short. Right? Good afternoon. How you doing? Making it happen. Making it happen. Working online. Freedom of earning income on your own time. Still works. I'm really happy I gave PostMates another try. But don't do PostMates unless they give you a bonus. I'm hoping tomorrow I see a little bit of tips. Usually with PostMates, the next day you see tips on there. I am going to share some tidbits of information. I should have calculated how much I made. I'm going to tell you right now while I was driving around, 2 cars. Look, you're driving around. It's a beautiful day today. It was nice. I did something before I started doing the gigs. People had masks on in their car. Hello, Sue's Journey. I looked up and I was like, don't make a face, because they either can have it or they're taking precaution. They had masks on. $4 cash. I earned $2 cash tips today. Yeah, that app is really glitching. Come on. I have to make this work. Yeah. Uber Eats app with me. I can work. I'm able to work. But man, it's glitching. It's all over the place. It's different every time I turn it on. Hello, Don. What's going on? Thanks for joining in. We're a little behind. I guess it's not worth telling you then. Yeah. There's something going on here. I had 20 and change. I wanted to figure out. I don't know. It was $20. Let me see. If it shows me when I started, I should have checked it out. So people are wearing masks in my area. Merchandiser was in contact with me. They asked me if I was interested in doing a reset tonight from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I thought about, they're not even going to let me see what time I started. All right. Sorry, guys. I should have checked that before. So I said, they were paying $15 an hour. Now, keep in mind, they don't pay taxes. You have to drive there and everything, It's time. It's 2 a.m. It's a reset. I'm the kind of person you want on a reset. I'm like, go, go, go. I said, for $20 an hour, I'll do it. And they said no. So then, of course, all the notifications come in. I've done resets for other companies, but not for this company. They seem like they are more of a fifth party instead of a third party app. They're like a real backup in case nobody else can do it. So they send me another offer for tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 2, 6 hours, 15 an hour. I say yes. They never get back to me. So I just wrote to them and told them, I need confirmation. I don't want you to put me on the schedule at 9 o'clock tonight. I need to know like before 4. If I can't know before 4, I'm not available. I feel you reached out to me, then you make me wait. No. It don't work that way. Their time is not more important than mine. I think they grab as many people as possible to see if they're available. And then if things cancel, if people cancel, then they have a backup. No, I'm telling you yes now. I can't help it that other people aren't reliable. I'm reliable. I said I'll be there. Starting Grubhub for first time on Friday. Yeah, you said you got on. Schedule a block. Want to see if it pays more than Uber. Well, people got mixed feelings about blocks. I don't work blocks. And today I did a couple of Grubhub. I did a handful of Uber, and I did 3 Postmates. I mean, I wish usually Wednesdays are very quiet, but I tell you, for 1 hour, I squeezed in 3 Postmates. And if it wasn't for Postmates, because I went out earlier, I mean, I've been home. I got home at like 2:15. I don't want to just always go out at night anymore. I'm getting up early. I'm doing other things, branching out, working on my resume. So I want to get up. I want to get on a more daytime schedule. But I was willing to do tonight if they were willing to pay $20 an hour. I would have did it. So good for you. Congratulations. I hope it works out. But just remember, I believe you don't have to say yes to every offer that comes in when you're on block. You should ask Pete that. Even though he gives BZ a lot of shout outs, Pete, you should be giving me shout outs. If you got to work, I hope you earn a lot of money. It's because he's using his line and he goes, shout out to BZ. God, I've been supporting you since day one. I never hear BZ ever talking about Pete. And I watch BZ. Geez, I lost my Postmate card and I can't get another one. What's the best way to get one? I replaced one in the app. Requested on the app. Today I did 3 Postmates and no card needed. I did a 5 Guy, a Chipotle. God, I can't remember what the other one was. I would have to look. But I didn't need a card. Caesars. A Caesars. And I was doing an Uber Eats and I took the Postmates because I was on the way to the pickup. And I was dropping off an Uber. I got really lucky early, like 5 to 11. I was like, wow, well, maybe 11 o'clock. I was like, wow, Postmates filled in that down time. I'm really happy. And I didn't go too far. It was a few towns away, but I also squeezed in a couple of Ubers in between with the Postmates. They really worked in this market. And guys, if they're branching out into Long Island, Anthony Frank wrote me and I just wrote him back. And he's saying that my old region where I did Grubhub, Hicksville area, Plainview, just north of Hempstead Turnpike is getting slow. And he asked me about DoorDash. I'm getting too scattered now. I got to focus. Sent me some nice bags. The bags are nice. Yep. And use them. And they're smart because I use those bags when I pick up Postmates, when I pick up Uber Eats. And people go, is that Grubhub? And they say the name. Is that Grubhub? I go, no, it's Uber Eats. I'm here for Uber Eats. Sometimes I have to say that. Do you have an affiliate link for Grubhub? I don't think they do. We'll love it if you earn something, Michelle. Thank you. I've earned a handful of affiliate bonuses. Not lately, but I have. Thank you. This lag will go away in a moment. I tried it a lot of times and they won't send me one. Oh, well, I don't know what to say. I'll check it. I don't know. I'm not that totally familiar with Postmates. I'm getting used to it again. Tap prepaid card. And it says activate new card or order replacement. I did once and they sent it to me quick. And then I found my old one, but I cut it up. It was good to update it. It was getting old. I'm so sorry about the lag. It will go away. So that's what happened with the resets, guys. I just feel they're like a fifth party app. They want to get as many people as possible. I was willing to do it because now I'm seriously looking to see what kind of part-time job am I going to get. I want something. And if it's that kind of job, it's going to be part-time, like resets and stuff like that, or take like a merchandising job, I guess you would call it. And or if I get something in the computer field industry, then I'm open to full-time. We'll see about that. Or work with someone. A lot of opportunities out there if you keep hustling every day, guys. Opportunities. I did cash out my Get Upside app. because I took off Monday. Oh, that's something to tell you. I had too much to do. I'm not getting ahead online. And I am doing a lot. And I took off Monday. I had 9303 in my Get Upside app. Thank you for the thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, and subscribe if you haven't to the Home Base Income 101 YouTube channel. It's very appreciated. So now I already received that today, which was really great. I'm still waiting for the back pay from Grubhub, that mishap. So I'm hoping by next week, they said up to 14 business days, they will send me my 9616. So I kept it, the Get Upside app money accumulate. I let it accumulate. And I said, I needed to take off Monday because I'm never going to get ahead. I'm never going to make a change. And I'm really happy I did. And now that's like working a light day. Very nice. I was very happy about that. If anyone has noticed, if you use Facebook, Facebook has a new look. I like it. I took notes because there's something else to tell you. People wore their masks. I spoke about PostMates. Oh, when I was picking up a PostMates order, this young lady, I was near the colleges off of Hempstead Turnpike, and she was doing DoorDash, and we were both standing there for a few minutes waiting for the order. So I told her about the Get Upside app. I gave her a card. I showed it on my phone. And she's like, I'm going to join from your referral link. Thank you so much. She never knew about the app. Her name was Jessica, college student, making a few bucks in between going to school. Well, college kids know a lot of people. And most of them are open-minded to these new apps and opportunities. So hopefully she'll get a lot of signups. How long have you been doing food delivery? January will be a full 3 years. I think January 2021 will be 3 years. The first 6 months, I did it a little bit. I got my feet wet. I did 2 here, 2 there, extra income. Then I really got into DoorDash for a while. And then if Anthony Frank watches this, DoorDash had a problem with me giving out a bonus for people to join through my referral link. They didn't like that. And I haven't been able to sign into the app since. So I don't promote DoorDash, nor will I be a future customer. When I see their ads on YouTube, I just let it ride. Let them spend the money on the advertising. Support the YouTube creator and let them spend their money. Don't forget to give a thumbs like if you appreciate the content. Oh, and check out MyIncomeJob.com on the sidebar, or if you're looking on your phone, it's at the bottom, the sidebar. The top 3 links are fresh new content. I'm revamping the entire website, editing all the content, and making both websites ADA compliance for disabled people to be able to browse around my websites using their screen readers, making it as easy as possible for anyone to browse through my websites. So that's something to tell you. Oh, and Grubhub last night. That's why I wrote it down. Hear me out, guys. I've had a problem with this place before. I went out last night for 2 hours. I went out during the day like I did today. I came home. I did a lot of stuff and just checking the chat. And said, I'm in the mood. I didn't go out till 8 o'clock. Got home at 10:15. Just felt like earning a few more bucks. I had the energy, and I came back home and I started doing my things. And the very last order to a place that is notorious for making you wait, I called. It was a Tuesday night, and it was 5 to 10, and a lot of places close at 10. He said, how long are you going to be? I said, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And I was in 5 minutes. So he tells me on the phone, we don't have any macaroni and cheese. You're going to deliver the food with just the jerk turkey, or the jerk stuff, whatever it was. I'm sorry, it was Oxtail. It was that kind of place. Okay, no problem. I don't tell people how to run their business. You know. So on the way there, because I'm a good person, I said, I'm driving. It's quiet. I'll put the speaker on. I'll call the customer. I'll let them know there's no mac and cheese. Because a mac and cheese in that place, when they order a side dish, it's a small tin and they stuff it. So people would get that as a meal. And if they're expecting that when they're ordering it, they're at home waiting for that. I was on time to pick up the order. The order was supposed to be picked up at 10:02. The place closes at 10, but he was just lingering around, and there was one person there, and he was closing up. I get to the place, he repeats it again. I said, yeah, I called. They didn't pick up, and that's what he said to me. Because the last time that happened, the customer said they didn't call me. So now I drop it off. It was only a 5-minute drop off. It was almost a $9 payout. That's why I took it. I thought it would be a good ending, and I headed home. Yeah, I got home at 10:15. That's right. It was the drop off was on the way home. And I tell the customer, if I were you, I would call up for a credit. The restaurant tried to call you, and so did I. There's no mac and cheese in here. And he was like, no. And I knew what he meant because it's a meal. So I jump in my car and I zip on out of there. I shut off the apps. 5 minutes later, who's calling me? Grubhub. It was either the customer or Grubhub. I did not pick up. My job was done. I didn't want it to linger on. I was only 2 minutes from home. My job is done. You're expecting a driver. You're giving them too much responsibility. The restaurant made their call. They told me what they were doing. Not that they need my approval. It's their business. I followed directions. And I dropped it off. I tapped delivered. And I headed home. Customer wasn't happy. Now, maybe that customer was calling me. But I didn't want to pick up. Maybe Grubhub was calling to confirm, was there really no mac and cheese? Enough. Call up the restaurant. My job's done. You want to find out if there was no mac and cheese? Grubhub should call the restaurant. Am I wrong? It's just the more you allow them to, the more you do free work, the more they're going to expect from you to work for free. They're just going to want more and more. Hello, Frank. Picking up at Carvel and Merrick now. Ooh. Oh, is it confusing, Frank? Because on the GPS, it says Carvel's on Merrick Road. Meanwhile, it's in that mall near the Outback. Another thing to figure out. And then let them figure it out. You have to drive away to say that you arrived so that you can get the delivery. It's our job. Yeah. I was like, no, I was so happy. I was in the mood to go out. And I got a few deliveries very local. I was like, oh, it was an easy night. Nobody was on the road. It was quiet. And I was doing stuff. I gave a stereo away, an old stereo. So I was packing stuff into my car last night. And I said, I'll make a cup of tea. And while I didn't want to do it in the morning because I dropped it off at a thrift store. Because I use Wi-Fi stuff. I haven't had my stereo plugged in 5 years. And it's old, but it does work. And maybe someone less fortunate that doesn't. It's a thrift store. They give to charities and stuff and people that have less than. 2 beautiful little speakers and a little stereo that a friend gave me. Works great. So I brought it there. So I thought I would jump in my car and do a few deliveries. And that was the only time it wasn't raining. I delivered during the day yesterday. I came home and it downpoured for like an hour. So I got really lucky. Yeah. I knew where it was confusing. It is confusing, Frank. But, I told them, and they never fixed it. You only can tell somebody something so many times before you say, you're sucking up too much of my energy. I don't understand. You're making this so much harder than it needs to be. We're supposed to be jolly and doing a good job. That's it. So I agree with you, Sue. Thanks, Frank. Nice to see you. So you're out and about today. It's a beautiful day. I was so grateful. I had 3 PostMates. I think I did 4 Uber Eats. and 2 Grubhubs, and I came home in a couple hours. And I didn't, maybe I drove 34 miles, and that's including going to the thrift store. That's right. I think that's it. So, what else to tell you? I wanted to share that with you. There's one more thing. That was very important to tell you that Grubhub story from last night, because they'll keep reaching out. It's over. Call the restaurant. The restaurant knew I was delivering that delivery with one less item. I don't argue with restaurants. They just, I wouldn't expect someone to do that for me, I said, yes, sir, you got it. So I want to do like a little recording screen recording with the PostMates, so you can see with the $2 bonus. If one didn't give me a $2 bonus, I would have made it was ridiculous. I want to see if I get any tips. It came out to $3.10. That was when I was doing an Uber Eats delivery, and it was literally, I drove by, I picked it up, and after I did Uber Eats, I dropped off the order. Like, I really worked it in. It was right. I picked it up, and I just dropped it off right down the street. But it was only $3.10. I was like, what? And then I got 2 that were decent. $5.36, $5.69. It wasn't too far. Kept me busy. Wednesdays are slow in this market most of the time. But now I want to see if I get some tips, because usually I get a little tip. So I did 3. I wonder if Uber Eats will open now. I could tell you. Yeah. I earned $23.20. Yeah. So now I want to see how much. I want to see when I started. I did 5 trips with Uber Eats, but I also earned $4 in cash tip. I earned $27.20. 2 people gave me $2. Cool. So I did 5 deliveries with Uber. 8, 9. I did 10 deliveries in like 2 hours. Let's see. My first order was 10:46, and at 1:43, I picked up my last order. 12:46. So almost 3 hours. We'll say 3 hours if you count me getting home. But my miles were low, and I wasn't pushing it. I wasn't like crazed. Let's see what happens here. 23:30. 23:20. There are 4 colleges in my area. Florida State is the biggest. These kids never tip during the week. Really? I do pretty good. Usually they give me $1. The college kids. So they give you a couple of dollars in cash. Well, today I delivered to a college kid. They gave me $2. They didn't have to do that. But I hear you. That's great. You're in a good hub. At least you're busy. As long as you don't have to drive far and you just keep moving, that's not bad. Let's see what I earned. Now, since I can see with Uber, plus $4. As of now, I earned $14.15 with PostMates. And then I did 2 Grubhub or 1 Grubhub. Sure. I'm sorry, I only did 1. 5:44. And again, I was down the road. I drove 33 something miles today. I was literally down the road. I picked it up and I drove it down the road to I think the Porsche place. It was a car dealership. I'm wrong. It was right down here, but still down the block. Damn it. Sorry, it's taking me a moment. And $46.79. I didn't hurt myself. It was easy breezy. Got something done. I did listen to BZ a little bit, and then I I was preoccupied. I was listening to Gary Vee and texting that merchandiser on the app that they never got back to me. They lost me. They put that on my list. I'm just going to take it off. You know, it was it's on an old country road doing a reset. I'm telling you I'm available. But meanwhile, you leave me hanging. For some reason, I cannot get a reset on this merchandiser job app, but I have on other apps. And now I'm going to sit down and I'm going to fill out Insta work. I'm going to fill out my profile and see how that works. Yeah, I didn't drive a lot. 46.79. It's not great. But I didn't drive a lot. I got something done. You don't always want to hurt yourself. I'll probably go out for a little while. I've been studying, working online. I'm going to do some work, gutting out my home and giving away my stuff. And I want to work online. Give a thumbs up, please. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Stocks are down, guys. I'm going to watch now Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank. I think he's with that other guy. I just saw it up here. Guy that owns the basketball team. Will coronavirus cause the next recession? Ask Mr. Wonderful. He uploaded it 6 hours ago. While I'm doing some stuff, I really want to listen to that because I feel it has. Every day I work, I've been buying another share of Ford because it's so low. I got a share in Ford for like $6.98, 2 of them. I'm like, wow, that was over $10. That one, like when I started and I got it for $9, then it went down to $8. It's just everything's crashing, guys. It's time to get in. I wish I had more money, but I decided as long as I make a little money every day, I'll buy one stock every day until something changes. You know, buy it when it's low because that's a dividend stock. And I have it on Webull and Robinhood. Yeah, most of them take 15 minutes. Oh, yeah, quick. Like, there's a Chipotle and a Popeyes, and if I go down the street and make a left, and they're waving you down, you're right in the front of the campus. I know what you mean. It's right there. It works out great when it works out like that. It's great. You know, most of the time they're eagerly waiting for you. I won't walk up to a campus hall. I'll pull up. I'll get out of the car and go at the end of the walkway. I won't go up floors and try to figure out what building you're in. I don't do that for college kids. They're a lot healthier and stronger than I, unless they need assistance. You know what I mean? Most of them. I'm pulling up. Make sure you're outside. I'm pulling up. Really? Drive to Survive. Drive to Survive. That's a good one. I've never heard you on that. It's up 900 points for now. Well, Ford's still really low. It's at $7.03. That's one of the stocks I have. Wow, maybe in other sectors. I'm trying to get used to their lingo. So you only can do what you can do. So visit all the links in the description below, guys. Anthony Frank, I did reach out. You're working in Hicksville area. I used to have that region. And then I asked for this region here. I wish Grubhub didn't have regions because I would be more available if I knew I could. Sometimes I'm near Hempstead Turnpike. I would love to turn it on with the other apps and say, who's going to ring me first? I'm available. You know, I wish they would get rid of the regions. I feel it holds a lot of people up, holds them back from earning money. And then there'll be more available people, you know, in the field picking up food. But at least with PostMates, I like the way I was right near the college and then I came right back, no traffic, easy. It was good. It worked. So I guess that's it for now. I wanted to share that story about Grubhub. I should have taken more notes, but you only could say so much in a half an hour. I delivered to a bunch of high school kids too. They always went to my car. Oh yeah, I love the young people, especially when they're still living at home and you deliver at night. Excuse me, you deliver at night and they're quietly, like, they're outside waiting for you because they don't want to wake up the house. They don't want to upset their parents. You know, the high school kids and the college kids. A 15-year-old don't want to get in trouble by the parents. You're waking up the household, the dogs are barking, kids get woken up. Funny. I appreciate that when they do that. Guys, thanks for joining in. I'm happy I went live for a little bit. It felt right. I'll be around. I'm just going to keep working, and I'm sure I'll go live in a few days. I am going to fill out the Insta work profile today. Nobody gave me their code. I'll double check it before I fill it out. But nobody sent their code. I wanted someone to get the credit for me joining. So, and I'm going to see what they have available, because maybe they have some work for this weekend. Like they do, like, set up. There was one that caught my eye. There's a lot of restaurant jobs, like you want to work parties and catering and stuff like that. I want to see how they pay. I want to do a couple of gigs, demos. There are many other jobs. But they also have, like, you set up catering halls for parties instead of working the party. Like, people are rent grounds to have a beautiful affair. And they need people to get all that equipment, the chairs, the stuff there. And so I'm going to check that out. I like the way, I would think that you sign up, you show up, and you get paid. So I'm going to learn about that this week. I've been saying it for weeks. I'm finally going to do it. I don't know what's funny, but thank you very much. You too. Drive safely. Guys, drive safely. And that's it for now. It was a real pleasure. Please. Oh, Internet Education 101 YouTube channel. If you want to learn about internet stuff. Give a like. Thanks for the subbing. Thanks for the like. I really do appreciate the likes. Thanks, guys. That's really cool. And visit MyIncomeJob.com. And on the sidebar, the top 3 links all have fresh new content. And now I'm going to work on page 4 and do some stuff. And I'll probably go out tonight for a little while. At least a couple hours. I don't have to go out for long. Real pleasure, folks. I'll be around. Visit all the links in the description below. Have a good one. And if you got to work, you hear me, Pete? If you got to work, I hope you make a lot of money. I got to be a little wise. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye, guys.